So you're thinking about moving to Simi Valley, California? In this video, we're going to go over some of the pros and some of the cons of living here in Simi Valley, California. Simi Valley is a city that's on the very southeast side of Ventura County, and we've got about 126,000 residents that live here in this beautiful city. From its beautiful landscapes to its strong economy, Simi Valley has a lot to offer. However, just like any city, it also has its disadvantages. In this video, we're going to go over some of the advantages and some of the disadvantages of living in Simi Valley, California. If this is your first time on the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, and working in Simi Valley, California, subscribe below and tap the notification bell so you can be aware of all the current changes here in Simi Valley, California. My name is Steve Hise, my partner is Trisha Garcia. We get phone calls and emails every day from people just like you looking to make a move to Simi Valley, California, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below so we can help you make a smooth move to Simi Valley, California. All right, let's get started. So like I said, there are some disadvantages to living in Simi Valley, and then I think there's a lot more advantages to living in Simi Valley. So let's get started. I want to start with the disadvantages first, and then from there we'll move on to the advantages. All right, here we go. All right, so the number one disadvantages to living in Simi Valley, California is the climate. So Simi Valley has a warm Mediterranean climate, which can be a disadvantage to some people. We have heat, it seems like, all year round. I always like to say we have 4 seasons: summer, 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 and summer. Some people say it's actually summer, 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 and about 2 weeks of winter, and that's fine too. But when it does get hot over here, it does get pretty warm, especially during the real summer season. You know, we do reach temperatures above 100 degrees sometimes, which does make it a little bit difficult for people to do some of the outdoor activities that this city has to offer. And we've got a lot of outdoor activities that can be done here in Simi Valley, including, you know, hiking trails, mountain biking trails, a lot of parks out here, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. But climate is one of the disadvantages that we have here. Is hot all the time. And then on top of that, we also have Simi Valley is kind of prone to some of the wildfires. We do have some hills on the north side of the city and hills on the south side of the city, so that when it is fire season, we are kind of prone to some of that fire activity. Now, we don't usually get it all the time, but we are prone to it, so just be aware of that. Okay, now the number 2 disadvantage to living in Simi Valley is the public transportation. So in Simi Valley, we do have limited public transportation. We do have a bus system that goes through the city. It's got 3 routes, and those routes pretty much go from east to west, and some of those will take you a little bit south and a little bit north, but it definitely does not capture all of the city. You don't have bus routes going through all corners of the city, just pretty much the main veins of Simi Valley. So if you are someone that depends on public transportation to get to work, to get to school, just to get around, the public transportation is limited. We do have a train, a Metrolink train that will take you outside of Simi Valley if that's what you need to do, and that will take you into the Los Angeles area and even further. And then if you go, you know, towards the, you know, along the coast, you're going to go up towards, you know, through Ventura, Santa Barbara, and even further up north. So our public transportation isn't the best. We do have it, yes, but it doesn't compare to some of the other cities like around the Los Angeles area, San Fernando Valley area. So if public transportation is important to you, maybe Simi Valley might not be the best place for you. Number 3 is traffic congestion. Now, I want to get this straight here because the traffic here in Simi Valley actually isn't bad at all. Even when you're driving throughout the city of Simi Valley, traffic is usually flowing pretty well. The 118 freeway, that's kind of like a secret that we have here in Simi Valley. It is probably the best freeway I've ever driven. There's hardly traffic on that at all. At least traffic is always flowing, I should say. And then getting onto the 23 freeway, which will take you, to the 101 freeway, that's pretty clear as well. But what I mean by traffic congestion is this. If you are someone that lives in Simi Valley and you need to commute to, let's say, Los Angeles or Pasadena or somewhere, in Los Angeles County, you're probably going to have an issue, because once you get out of the Simi Valley area, that 119 outside of Simi Valley, it starts to get congested. So if you are someone that lives in Simi and you need to get to LA, count on traffic outside of outside of Simi Valley to get into those, those Los Angeles areas. It might be a better idea for you if you work in Los Angeles to stay in Los Angeles. That way you're not going to be sitting on the freeway for so long. But if you don't mind the traffic and you just want to live in a beautiful city, Simi Valley might be a great place for you. Now, the same thing goes for if you're going to be working towards, Oxnard, Camarillo, Ventura, or anyway that direction. Even if you need to cut into like Westlake Village, Agora Hills, Calabasas, you still need to kind of go around, the 23 freeway, which will take you to the 101 freeway and then onto that, 101 highway. So again, the traffic system here in Simi Valley actually runs very smooth. It's once you get outside of the city, that's when you're going to hit the traffic. So if you don't want to spend a lot of time on the freeway to getting to those further destinations, you might want to stay out of Simi Valley. All right, number 4. Now this one I hear all the time is the limited nightlife that we have here in Simi Valley. I actually don't have a problem with it. I actually like that we don't have a hustling and bustling nightlife here in Simi Valley. But it's usually some of the younger folks that say, hey, we don't like Simi Valley because there's no nightlife. And the truth of the matter is there really isn't. So if you're someone that needs to have that hustle and bustle nightlife, you need to go clubbing, you need to go to dance clubs and things like that, Simi Valley might not be the spot for you. Now we do have, a few bars around town. We do have some restaurants that stay open late, but they're not going to be like a nightlife style bar or restaurant or anything like that. So again, if you're into the hustle and bustle, stay in the San Fernando Valley, the Los Angeles area. You can even go into Thousand Oaks, Newberry Park, Oxnard. Those areas actually do have more of a nightlife. But if you are someone who's more into the, hey, I want a nice quiet city that kind of shuts down at 8 o'clock at night, Simi Valley is the place for you. All right, number 5 is the limited job opportunities that we have here in Simi Valley. Although Simi does have a strong economy, the job opportunities may be limited for somebody who's looking in Simi Valley. Many of the city's major employers are in the healthcare industry and the retail industry, and that might not be a fit for you. So if it's not, you will have to travel outside of Simi Valley to get to those different job opportunities that might make more sense for you. But the good news is, San Fernando Valley isn't too far from here. Thousand Oaks isn't too far from here, and there's a lot of job opportunities in those areas. So that's number 5. All right, so now let's move on to the advantages of living in Simi Valley, California. The first one on the list is the natural scenery. Simi Valley is just a naturally beautiful city. We've got some hills on the north side, we've got some hills on the south side of Simi Valley, and especially in the springtime, those hills are a deep green and it's just beautiful. On top of that, we've got a lot of hiking trails. In fact, I did make a video on some of the hiking trails that we have here in Simi Valley. I'm going to put a link right here if you want to check that out. It's got 18 of the documented hiking trails in Simi Valley. There's a lot more, but those are the ones that are documented by the Parks and Rec. A lot of mountain biking trails. We've got about 40 parks here in Simi Valley, and they're big parks and a lot to do. We've got in some of the parks, we've got tennis courts, basketball courts, pickleball courts, bocce ball courts. I don't know if it's a bocce ball court or setup, whatever it is. And then we've got some of the where you do pull-ups and workouts and things like that. We've got those in some of the parks. Disc golf, we've got that. So there's a lot to do in our parks. We've got 40 of them. A lot of the for the kids as well. The swing sets and the playground areas and things like that. So we've got those. There's also a lot to see here in Simi Valley. We've got like Corganville Ranch or Corganville Movie Ranch. That's where they filmed a lot of the movies, and they still do film a lot of the movies and TV shows. We also have Big Sky Ranches, where also they've done a lot of films. A Little House on the Prairie. There are a lot of parts of Simi Valley that they've done, the movie industry stuff for, music videos and things like that, commercials. So we do have a lot to see. We also have a lot of museums here in Simi Valley. We've got the Ronald Reagan Library. We've got the Train Depot Museum. We've got Strathern Park Museum. We've got Grandma Pillsbury's Bottle Village. I'm gonna have to look up the pronunciation of that last name. I've been there before, but I can't remember. Grandma Pillsbury? I'll put it somewhere in the comments. So we've got a lot to see here in Simi Valley as well. Number 2 is the strong economy that we have here in Simi Valley, with a low unemployment rate and a range of different industries that are here in Simi Valley. There are a lot of small businesses here in Simi Valley, as well as some of the larger businesses. A lot of mom and pop shop style retail store. But our main industry that we have here in Simi Valley is going to be the healthcare industry and some of the retail industry opportunities here in Simi Valley. So we do have a strong economy, and it is mainly built up from just some of the larger industries, but mainly a lot of the mom and pop shop style restaurants and retail stores. So whether you're from Simi Valley or not, or you plan on coming to Simi Valley, I always encourage everybody, shop locally. Come to Simi Valley and buy from the mom and pop shops, because not only does it help our economic development, but hey, it's great for the small guy, right? So shop locally here in Simi Valley. Number 3 is the school districts. The Simi Valley School District has a reputation for having some of the best schools around. In fact, the district is constantly ranking high in the state assessments. A lot of the students that come out of the Simi Valley public school system move on to prestigious universities. In fact, my nephew moved on to a prestigious university. He went up to Stanford with a scholarship, actually. Simi Valley also has a lot of private schools that focus on religious and secular institutions. Moving on to number 4, low crime rates. Simi Valley has a relatively low crime rate as compared to other cities in the state. Simi Valley has a very strong police force, ensuring public safety and making Simi Valley a great place for equality of living that we have here. The city has several neighborhood watch programs, as well as policing initiatives to help prevent crime. Number 5 is the community spirit. Simi Valley is a tight-knit community with a sense of belonging. I always like to tell people Simi Valley is a larger city with that small town feel. Residents take pride in their work, and together they make it a great place to live. There are several community events that the community puts on, such as Happy Face Hill Music Festival, the Firework Extravaganza, concerts in the park, Simi Valley Street Fair. There's so many other things that the community gets involved in. When you move to Simi Valley, you're going to realize that, hey, you get to know a lot of people. Neighbors get to know each other. You're going to go to different events, stores, parks, and you're going to see people that you've met and that you know, and you're going to have conversations with them. Again, it's that small town feel that we have in the city of Simi Valley. In conclusion, Simi Valley has many positives, and it's also got some negatives you need to consider as well. While the city offers beautiful natural scenery, a strong economy, great schools, low crime rate, and a strong sense of community, it also has a warm Mediterranean climate. It's got limited public transportation, traffic congestion, well, outside of Simi at least. It's got limited nightlife, and it's got some limited job opportunities as well. Ultimately, it's up to each individual to weigh the pros and the cons and decide if Simi Valley is the right place for them. Okay, everybody, hey, listen, I appreciate you watching this video. Do me a favor, press the subscribe button, tap the notification bell, say something nice in the comments, and I hope to see you around town. Thank you, everybody.
Well, with that said, everybody, Simi Valley is a place that we call home because it's safe. Give it up for the men and women that serve to you guys. Give it up for the fire department. Give it up for the police department. Give it up to your nurses. Give it up to everybody that gives the ultimate sacrifice to keep us safe. But one more time, give it up for Simi Valley.